I've been noticing a theme with my clients all asking me the same thing. How do I know I can trust my intuition? I don't think that that is the question that we should be asking. I think that the question we should be asking is, does my intuition know that it can trust me? And if that's confusing for you, don't worry, I'm going to dive deeper into it in this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and I am a life and wellness coach. I help people to feel good, to feel better is my ultimate goal, whether that's feeling better mentally, feeling better physically, feeling better spiritually and emotionally, or in some cases, some of my clients come to me because they just want to feel good aesthetically. They just want their life to look good on the outside, but there is no point in manifesting any tangible monetary item because if you don't do the work to be aligned internally, you're not going to be able to keep anything that you manifest. Ask me how I know. Today, I want to talk about intuition and how to develop a strong relationship with your intuition. I'm going to be diving deeper in the coming weeks about my relationship with my intuition, how I strengthen my intuition, and how I lean on my intuition to heal my body physically, specifically through intuitive eating, but also through mindful movement, etc., etc. And for today, I'm going to give some very simple tips to cultivate a relationship with your intuition and to strengthen your intuition. The first tip is to be with your body. And now this can look like just sitting in a room with your eyes closed, just breathing mindfully. This might look like meditating. This might look like taking a yoga class without your phone, of course. And now if you're hearing the word meditation and you're like, nope, 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 this isn't for me, I'm going to ask you to take a pause and just give me a minute. Click the video in the cards above where I talk about meditation misconceptions, because we often have an idea of what we think meditation might look like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what meditation is. If the idea of being with your body is confusing to you and you're like, Jackie, I'm with my body 24/7. What do you mean? I'm in my body. I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, when was the last time that you sat down for 20 minutes, just you and yourself, no book, no phone, no screen, no TV, no computer, no anything, no music in the background? If you can't remember, then it's probably been some time since you've been with your body. Spending time with your body is really important because at the end of the day, your intuition comes from your body. It comes from gut feelings. It comes from heart palpitations. It comes from a feeling in your throat. Intuition is internal intuition. If you don't have a good relationship with your body, you're not going to be able to have a good relationship with your intuition. The next step to develop a strong relationship with your intuition is to listen to your body. So now you're sitting with your body. Now I want you to listen to your body. Once you start being with your body is going to start talking to you. And if you want to strengthen your intuition, you have to listen to it. That's how you're going to build that trust within your body. My body was telling me for months to stop drinking coffee. I didn't want to listen to it. I didn't want to switch to tea. I didn't want to know about matcha. I loved coffee. I love coffee. I still love coffee. And I ignored that advice that my intuition was telling me for months until it got to a point where I had a cup of coffee that sent me very close to like a panic attack. Full on anxiety. It didn't feel good. Like I felt like shit in my body, honestly. So I knew at this point, I have to listen to this because maybe my intuition's been telling me to do something that I don't want to do, but now my body is showing me cues that doing that thing is not good for it. So I had to give up coffee. I had to listen to my body and listen to the intuitive nudge that I was hearing. The next step to strengthening your intuition is to keep the promises that you make to yourself. If you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. If you say you're going to bed earlier, go to bed earlier. If you say you're going to take a social media break, take a social media break. Keeping the promises that you make to yourself helps to develop that trust within your body. It helps you to develop that trust within yourself. And if you're trustworthy, that helps to strengthen your intuition. The next step to strengthen your intuition is easier said than done, especially for me, but you have to be open to contradictions. You know how they say that bees shouldn't be able to fly just by the laws of physics? When leaning into your intuition, you have to be open to contradictions and nuance because it might not make sense logically what your intuition is telling you, but that doesn't mean that it isn't true or real. So in the case of the bees, it might not make sense that they can fly, but it doesn't mean that they can't, you know? So sometimes we're going to have some of those things that just contradict each other when we're hearing in our intuition. be open to those contradictions, because if you're not open to those contradictions, then you're going against your intuition and you're breaking that trust. Piggybacking off of being open to contradictions, you got to be open to being wrong. When I first started leaning into my intuition, specifically for intuitive eating, my body started asking for meat, fish, and dairy. And at the time I was vegan and I believed that veganism was the best diet. Sometimes our intuition is going to go against something that we believe or we think. And we need to stay open to that and not let our ego get in the way. And if the ego is something that's new to you, or if you think that the ego is all bad, I'm going to ask you to click on my playlist in the cards above where I talk about the ego, because I don't necessarily believe the ego is all bad. Another way to strengthen your intuition is to start digging into your shadow. And when it comes to the shadow, there are a lot of misconceptions. I'm going to link a playlist above that lists some of the misconceptions about the shadow, as well as how to do shadow work. If the idea of shadow work is new to you, I definitely would tell you to dig into that video. If we want to strengthen our intuition, we have to dig into the parts of us that we might be a little afraid of, because those parts of us are still part of us, even if we're not touching them. Instead of pushing them away or disacknowledging them, we want to invite them in, sit with them, and do some shadow work with them. Another way to strengthen your relationship with your intuition is to simply take responsibility for yourself and your life. Take responsibility for the things that you are going through. You can't develop a strong relationship with your intuition if you're always blaming others for your situation. Big thing for me was that I used to smoke weed all day and bullshit around and make excuses for myself, and my lack of growth and happiness wasn't anyone else's fault except for my own. If you want to cultivate a strong relationship with your intuition, you need to take responsibility for yourself, for your life. It's a little bit of tough love, but I'm going to link a video above called "I don't know who needs to hear this, but whatever you're going through, it is all your fault." Sometimes we need those harsh truths if we really want to grow. And last, but certainly not least, in my tips to strengthen your intuition is to be kind to yourself. Because if you're not kind to yourself, it's never going to work. You can't hate yourself into a new life, into a new situation. You can't hate yourself into a stronger relationship with your intuition. You have to love yourself. And if you're looking to change, and if you're looking to develop a stronger relationship with your intuition to make a better life for yourself or a happier life for yourself, do it from a place of love, because otherwise, nothing's gonna change. I tried to hate myself into change for like 20 years of my life. It didn't start clicking for me until about 5 years ago, when I started looking to change from a place of love. Like, I love myself, so I wanna give myself better. I wanna do better for myself. I wanna stop smoking weed. I wanna stop eating garbage. I wanna do better for myself. And I didn't start to see that change, and I didn't start to see that relationship with my intuition until it came from a place of love. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Again, my name is Jackie. I'm a life and wellness coach. I help people feel good mentally, physically, spiritually, aesthetically. I make new videos every week, so do not forget to click subscribe, and I will see you next week.